guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ryan from Mama's Got a Budget, and thank you so much for joining me. So in today's video, we are going to get into March's budget. So today is March 1st, actually, when I am filming this, and you guys seem to like when I did it in the last video for February, when I did the entire February budget and then showed you the breakdown and then did the cash stuffing and the sinking funds all in one video. So we're going to keep that same energy that we had from February and do it from March. So this may be a long video. I'm not sure yet. I think I'm like pretty prepared for it, but you guys know I like to talk. I like to explain things. I like to make sure you understand. I like to give little tips along the way. So there's like a piece of fuzz that like flew around, so sorry. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. I spent a while on this budget today, let me tell you. I was like, oh yeah, today's first, I gotta do my budget. No, I was at work, literally. I was like, what am I doing? Like, why do I feel like this is taking so much longer than usual? I don't know what it is. I was moving so many things around. Like, I think it's because of my new income. It's making things like a little more tricky. You guys will see it, like I have like a business expenses section now, and I think that was making things a little bit more hairy, but we'll get into all of that in the video. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, if you want to budget with me for March 2019 or whenever you're watching this, then just go ahead and stay tuned. So, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Like I said, my name is Ryan, and I am a single mom. I'm 31. I'm from Chicago. I'm going to give this intro. I feel like I haven't given it in a while. So, I live at home with my mom, and I have one son, and this fuzz. At the end of 2018, I decided to get real with myself and my budget. I was too swipe happy with my debit and credit cards, like, oh, I'll pay this off later, or, oh yeah, there's money in there. I'm just swiping, being not necessarily careless, but because I wasn't in the negative, but that doesn't mean I wasn't careless. Just because you're not in the negatives doesn't mean that you're not being careless. You can always be smarter with your money, but I was just swiping, just to swipe. Oh, there's something at Target. I know I came in here for soap, but here's a hoodie. I think I'll buy this. Or, you know, I'm hungry when I go to the grocery store, so I'm just buying all this food, right? Or, oh yeah, scrolling through Amazon. Of course I need that. Bitch, you weren't thinking nothing about that before you clicked on it. So I was like, skirt, we need to calm that down. So that is where Mama's Got a Budget was born. I was tired of doing all the things doing the opposite of all the things that I learned in school. I went to school for finance and accounting, graduated from SIU, go Salukis, what? And I do it every day. I work in finance currently. I work with highly compensated physicians, and I do like their 401k, their entire payroll, their tax withholding. Sometimes I'm getting kind of into their tax withholdings. Yeah, so their salary deferral. I make their journal entries all day, and I do all this financial stuff. I prepare financial packets, hop on conference calls, write notes and whole packets about my findings and trends and analysis and all that stuff. But here I am acting like I don't have a care in the world with my own finances, just all willy-nilly. So yes, that's where Mama's Got a Budget was born. I uploaded one video with my November 30th paycheck, and the rest was history. So thank you guys so much for finding me today or joining me if you're an OG. Sunita, is that your name? I see you, girl. My day one OG. She was like, I feel like I'm a OG on your channel because I've been here from the beginning. And girl, you are. All my OGs from the beginning. What up, though? We're going to get all into our finances on this channel, okay? I use real numbers. My regular budget takes me long enough. I don't have time to do two. I just don't. So I use real numbers down to the penny of what I get paid. So what's coming in, with my bills, with my numbers, everything that's coming in, going out, what I do, my debt balances, all that stuff. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload my personal business to YouTube. So, like I said, let's hop over to the other camera. So, on my channel, we do two cameras because I like to chat with you guys here on my left and also have an overhead view over here so you can see what I'm doing. Let's see if we can get through this video without my overhead camera cutting off. Either one of my cameras cutting off and I not realize it, okay? That's my challenge for March, okay? Goodness. Okay, so this is my budget binder. I've been using the same one, like I said, since I uploaded for the first time in November. This cover is from Stylish & Co. I'll have a link down below where you can save some money. It is kind of like a referral link, but anyone can get it. If you do purchase with my link, I get points on her site and you get 15% off, I think. So it's really cool. This cover, you get front and back. Okay, I'm a floral whore. Welcome to my channel, the Floral Whore. And they are super, super thick and high quality. This particular planner, though, is the Happy Planner Classic. So the Classic Happy Planner, this was their original size that they first came out with, like in 2015, I think it was when I got into it. Yeah, so 2015. So I got the cover from Stylish & Co. The disc system is kind of particular to Happy Planner, although there's some other systems that have it. But you'll know that it's Happy Planner by the hearts in the middle. But everything on the inside, the guts of the planner, I made myself. So this budget binder is very personal, and yours will be too. Your budget binder, how you track it, and your numbers that you choose to use is very, very personal. So yours may look a little similar or be completely different, but budgets are very, very personal. So we're gonna get into it. Where's my pen? Okay, I got a pen. So as you can see, I've already flipped to March, and the first thing, let me know if you guys want like a pre-budget, like how I pre-budget, because I do budget twice technically. Shayna asked me a couple videos back, she was like, wait, so you budget on the spreadsheet and then you budget on YouTube for in your planner? And I was like, that's a good point, but yeah, I do it twice, because I do the spreadsheet because it's already pre-formatted. So when I put in numbers and I get my totals, it'll show me if I have enough money to even do what I'm trying to do, or is it going to humble me real quick, like you're $41.63 short, or is it going to give me that nice zero that we like to see at the end? So yes, I do it twice. The beauty about spreadsheets, of course, is you can just duplicate it month after month. The bad thing about spreadsheets is that I look at them all day, every day, and I really don't like to look at them like when I'm not on the clock. So, and plus I'm a planner girl at heart. Planning is my thing. I like to get it out of my brain onto paper, and putting it on paper just helps me commit more. So you may be different. I think that I'm going to do a video on the different type of ways that you can budget, just in case you're not really a planner girl, or you are a planner girl but you don't know how to incorporate budgeting into it. So yes, I do it twice. I do it on my formatted spreadsheet, and then I do it again on paper, my planner. It helps me be more committed because like I'm actually taking the time to do it on paper. So we have it open to March, and my planner, I pointed this out in the last video, but my calendar view, I like to have Monday through Sunday. I like to have my weekends together. So you may be looking at this and be like, yeah, March starts on a Friday, but why is your Friday here and not here? I mean, why is it starting here? Why is it starting here and not here? Because this is Saturday and Sunday. I like to see my weekends together so I can know, like, this is my Monday through Friday, corporate, you know, bring it together, professional. This is just willy-nilly. I don't know. That's kind of like how I've always looked at calendars. You may want to do a Sunday through Saturday, but again, that's your choice. So over here to the right, I decided to use this as a list just so I can make sure I have all my bills accounted for. Like I said, at first glance, I have a lot of bills. Oh, thank you. Someone just placed the order. Thank you so much. I have all my bills listed over here. I think it's 17 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yeah. 17 bills I pay every month. Now, with my normal 9 to 5, Monday through Friday finance job, I get paid twice a month. I get paid once at the end of the month, the last business day, and once on the 15th. So technically, I got paid on February 28th, and that check has to cover the last day through the 14th. The next check has to cover the 15th through the day before the last business day. So I like to have my start with my calendar spread here so that I can see, okay, this gray, this is everything that has to be paid with this check. This purple, this is everything that actually is due with this check. This purple, this is everything that is due with this check. Now, I am in the habit, and I think it's a great tip, but you know, you can choose. I'm in the habit of paying all my bills every time I get paid. So I take my total bill that's due every month and split it in half. So I'm constantly paying bills. It is kind of a lot, but once you get into it, it will be like second nature. But let me tell you that you have to be 1 month ahead on bills to give yourself that extra cushion. No matter when you get paid, you need to be 1 month ahead on your bill before you can do it this way. I don't want to say my way, but this way, because I mean, I didn't invent this, but you need to be 1 month ahead, because it's more than likely that your bill due date will come before your next pay date. And so you don't want any late fees. We don't do late fees around here. We are responsible with our money. So if it means you sacrificing paying half of a bill every time you get paid, for it to be on time, then do that. I'm all for that. I'm not telling you to skip any due dates or anything like that, but make sure that you are paying them on time and that you are 1 month ahead before you try to go splitting things up. So that was kind of like my spiel, right? I said it was going to be a long video. Got your snacks yet? So everything's laid out right here, right? So then I like to add like a little pop to my calendar view, and these stickers, you can see that they've been through some things, but I've been using these for like 3 pay periods now, and I still got half of the sheet left. This is the same exact sheet I've been using. It's from my shop, and they're just these little check squares. Excuse me. And I like to use them on every day. So to mark a bill, and then I'll check it off once it's paid. So let me get, how am I going to do this? Because, okay, first of all, this is what I love about the Happy Planner, is that you can pop out your pages, and I always do, they always get caught. You can pop out your pages like so that you can, it makes it much, much easier for you to write. So then I'm going to flip back to my last budget for February here, and you can see what it's going to end up looking like. But I'm just going to have this out for reference because the due dates never change, right? It's always going to be due, and it's going to be due. So I'm going to have this open for, I'm like clicking on stuff. I'm going to have this open for reference, and I'm going to speed you guys through this part. I'm just going to put down 1 checkbox for every bill that's due. And it also helps it stick out more. So let me zoom in just a little. Oh, I actually went the right way the first time. Okay. So I'm just going to put this down and speed you right through it. Now, you can see here, on the 16th, I have QVC. This is an easy pay payment. Most of you guys know this for my camera that I film overhead with, and this is my last payment that I have to make in March. And this will free up like $117 that I think per month. So I'm super excited to be done with that. It's been a road, but this is a really good camera, so I definitely recommend it. And I paid it off over 6 months, I think. Yeah, 6 months. So, yeah, I like to have all of my bills at a glance, and this rent due sticker here, I know it's like a random yellow color, but it's the one that I had lying around from the freebies that I have. I'll get into that in a second, but I just wanted to put it there because I think it looks cute, and I think it can be like a tradition, just like to put the rent due on the last of the month for the following month. So yeah, that is everything that I have. Super, super simple. I'm trying to think of any questions you guys would have with this. Honestly, when you're beginning a budget, this is what takes the most time right here. You've heard me say before that the hardest part about doing a budget is getting started. It's like a diet. It's like working out. Like, you know, you don't want to do it, but you look in the mirror and you look good. That's how I feel about a budget. You don't want to do it, but when you look in the mirror at yourself, bitch, you feel good about yourself. So go through your bank statements. Get real with yourself. This is like as real as it gets. Go through your bank statements. Go through any one-off little charges that you think. Go through your debit card statements. Take yourself mentally through your day. Where do you like to go? Where do you like to shop? What have you signed up for that you may have forgotten about? And as a final check, when I'm thinking of something, I like to go through the alphabet. Like, okay, A, what do I have that's to do with A? American Express. B, nothing. C, Childcare, car wash. G, got Geico, you know. N, got Navient. So I just go through the alphabet, right? And I'm just putting everything down. I just brain dumped everything that I can think of, and this is my reality, right? So having a snapshot of your budget that you can see easily every month. Like, what if you had like a cluster of bills around here? And you look at it like, I can get rid of this. Like, I don't need this. I don't need this. I can pay more on here. I can move this up to here so I can free up this over here. And, you know, you can juggle things better when you have it at a glance. So get real with yourself. Dump it all out. Put a date to it. Get an amount. That is the first step in your budget. So that's where I like to start. So I'm going to pop this back in. And these are solely the titles, just the bills and their due date. You don't have to put any dollar amounts down unless you want to on your calendar view. But I just use it as a snapshot to see where we are. And once I pay, once I pay a bill, I'll check it off. So you saw that I didn't really get to check anything off in February because y'all kept the girl busy, and we'll get into that in a second like we did in our last video. But here, the gym is auto pay. That came out. The car wash is auto pay. Childcare, she's gonna let me pay. I'll pay that on Monday. Haven't paid the Capital One or anything yet. So that's where we are with our budget, and I just check them off and we can move on. So you should be constantly revisiting your budget page. You don't just put it down and walk away from it, kind of like I did in February, where I was still actively paying bills. Obviously, I didn't let anything lapse, but I just wasn't checking it off. So you want to check in at least twice a week, I would say, with your budget. So now that we've gone over the grid view of your budget on the calendar, we're going to move on to the list view, and this kind of just like lays it all out. So at the top, you always want to start with your income. And I have this labeled monthly budget, March 2019. When you're doing a monthly budget, it's more comprehensive, obviously. So you're going to want to take full totals. You're not taking anything and dividing it by 2 just yet. You're doing your full total. So what's your full car payment? What's your full minimum credit card payment? What's your full life insurance payment? You know, you want to take all these and dump them on here. So I'm going to start with income. And we're going to do our budgeted amounts now, and then at the beginning of April, when we look back and reflect on March, we'll fill in the actual and see how we did. So that's the purpose of this sheet. So for income from my full-time job, I'm expecting $2,871.64. And then for other income, I'm expecting it to be $1,604 even. My total here is $4,475.64. That's what I'm expecting for the entire month of March, from March 1st to March 31st. Now we're going to move down. We have the income. We're going to move down to the expenses. And this is where it gets a little less fun. But it's reality. So I've condensed mine. I've noticed that when I was going through my budget finder earlier, looking at past months and everything, I even watched my past 2 budget videos, and I was like, okay, what are they saying that they like? What didn't they like? What did I like and what didn't I like? I didn't like the fact that it just looked like a laundry list of bills. So I wanted to condense it down, and if you guys want, I could give you guys like the breakdown of them, but they're the same bills that were in my previous videos. Nothing has changed. I've just condensed them all down, and you'll see what I mean. So for rent, like I said, if you're new, I live with my mom, and she charges me $400 for rent. My cell phone, I have Verizon, and it's like an, you know how Verizon is, but I also have an iPad Pro on here that I'm still paying off. I think I have about 6 more months of this, but it did go up a little bit because I got a new phone. I got an iPhone XS, because my iPhone 7S, it just like conked out. The microphone was shit. It was just like super slow. I had no storage space. I couldn't even take a picture or like a Snapchat without it saying storage full, storage full. So I was just like, what? And then on my iCloud, I forgot to add iCloud to this. So I'm going to have to add that to my apps. There I go. And then on my iCloud, I didn't have any storage there because I was just using like the free however many gigs they give you, all out of storage. So it was time for an upgrade. That 7S was completely paid off. Excuse me. So now I'm starting over on a whole new, pay off my iPhone journey. Alrighty. So Eli's savings, that's my son. We're going to skip that and come right back to it. And I'll tell you why when we get there. Geico is my car insurance. So I'm expecting to pay $147.18. Apps and membership, and this is where I've condensed it down to. Apps and memberships, $72.14. I used to list out, okay, I'm paying Netflix, Patreon, Spotify, Hulu, Delta Sonic, Visco Cam, and a gym membership. Looking at my spreadsheet, yeah, those are all of them. So I was like, what? I don't need to list all that out because some things were like $1.08. Some things were like $8. Or then you get to, the biggest thing I had on here was $15 for Spotify. I'm like, I don't need to list all these out. So we put it all into one. Apps and memberships. That's what I'm going to call it. $72.14. Debt payments. Same thing. Not the same amount. I didn't know. $1,380.28. So for debt payments, I'm doing credit cards. My Capital One, my student loans, my car, and what I expect to be able to have to put toward an extra debt payment. And like I said, we're working with the budgeted column. So you just put down what you know. I did put an extra debt payment in there because I'm expecting to be able to have a little bit of wiggle room. And honestly, I just took what I was left over with at the end and I just put it in this category. Business expenses. This, again, is a category that we aren't 100% sure of. It's not like our fixed expenses or our recurring expenses like car insurance, car notes, student loan payments, things like that. This is more of what I'm expected. So these are projections in these two categories for debt and business expenses. So I'm thinking my business expenses are going to be about $717.58. And that is going to go down because I did put the QVC payment. When I thought about it, I was like, well, this camera that I'm using, it's a business expense. I use it for YouTube. I use it for my business to take pictures, to list, and all that stuff. So let's put it over here in business expenses. So that $117 for the Easy Pay payment is rolled into here, but it's going to go right back out because come April, we're done with her. Cash envelopes is going to be, I'm sorry. And then as far as business expenses, it also includes taxes on what I'm projecting to make, supplies, and savings. So if you need an in-depth look at that, go ahead and check out my last video where I did my online income report, and you can see how I allocated the money that came in for February. Cash envelopes, and this is what I'm personally stuffing from my end. We're going to, it came out to $845. And this is for the month again, for the entire month, the 1st through the 31st. And then sinking funds, I put it at $610. Now, what I like to do is to go through, I have a line up here. Ooh. And here. What I like to do, I just drew those two crooked ass lines, you didn't miss anything, is to go through, add up everything. Now, I left Eli savings blank because when we're dealing with cash envelopes and sinking funds, we don't want to deal with change. We don't want to be carrying around $845.72 because then it gets like wonky and you're splitting up. No, we're not splitting atoms here. We don't want to make it a whole entire project. We want a process. So what I like to do is I say, I want to make sure that I'm setting aside money for my son. He's 6 years old now. He'll be 7 next month. Oh my God. So I'm thinking if I set aside $20 every pay period for the next 12 years, 11 years now, then he'll be good because, you know, whatever may come up, like maybe when he's 16, maybe we'll have enough for a little down payment for a car, you know, something that I never had. This is strictly just transferred, and I use Capital One 360, and I'm able to just transfer any amount in there. So since I'm able to control the amount that I transfer, I like to put that extra change into his savings. So my minimum is $20, but I'm thinking this month, well, for the month is $40, but I'm thinking this month I'll be able to do $45.46. And by me putting this 46 cents here, it allows me to equal my income to 64 cents. So we don't have anything that's odd standing out in these two categories, which are cash envelopes and sinking funds. So our total expenses are $4,475.64. Now, if that number sounds familiar or looks familiar, our income is also $4,475.64. I am a zero-based cash budgeter, which means that I like to give every dollar that comes in, I like to give it an assignment. There is nothing good that came from it, for me at least, with having disposable income. It really wasn't disposable because I still have these obligations and these debts that are outstanding, right? But I'm thinking, oh, I got it. It's fine. I'll just leave there. It'll be my cushion. It'll be my just in case. And I've always been one where I've just been so. I grew up in a single parent home as well, and money was always an issue. So I never wanted to see my bank account low. I felt like I was poor, like a failure or something, or that I wasn't being smart, or something was wrong with me because my bank account was low. Now, as I've grown, like I said, I'm 31 now, as I've grown, I see that having a low bank account means nothing. If all your bills are paid, that's what matters. So I like to give every dollar an assignment because I need to know where my money's going. It's helping me be way more responsible than I was in the past and way more knowledgeable. And I can tell you what I spent my money on without fail in the last 2 weeks. I can tell you that I went to Sally's Beauty Supply and used $27.88 out of my spending envelope. I can tell you that I went to Dunkin' and used $5.92 off of my app. You know, I can tell you that I went to Bone and Beef and spent $17.92 on a beef and a hot dog. Like, I can tell you everything that I've spent my money on because I'm physically releasing cash to the business, right? Before, I was swiping, I was like, yeah, here you go. Whatever, yeah, take my card. Is it a chip? Where do I put the chip? And then I will walk out and then wonder why my bank account was looking crazy. So in the past, I was either spending, or obsessively looking at my bank account to make sure it didn't look too low so I didn't feel too poor, if that makes sense. So now I think that I found a happy medium. So I like to give every dollar that comes in an assignment. So it doesn't matter that my account is low because it's never technically at zero, you know, because if you remember back when we did our grid view, I would still have some bills that were due after my pay date. So I would technically still have money that was in there that I put in the first pay date for the next pay date. So it's never technically, my bank account is never technically at zero, but my net income is. So I have successfully given every dollar that's coming in an assignment, okay? You go here, you go here, you go here, you move here, nope, you jump down here, you put that 46 cents there, mic drop. When I moved down here to the grand totals, I wanted to lay it out for you guys. Because I like to not only see, again, at a glance, where my money is going, but I like to see what categories it's going in. So for income is my same number. And that's the beauty about budgeting. It's just addition and subtraction. You don't have to get funky with it. I mean, we are dividing by 2, but it's not as intimidating as it seems once you get into it. You're just adding and subtracting what you're getting paid. For $44.75.64. So my recurring debt is what I'm calling it, equals $922.78. And we're gonna go ahead and put brackets around it because I like to know what I'm doing here. My debt from above equals $1,380 and 28 cents. Business expenses is going to be $717.58. Cash envelopes are going to be $845. And our sinking funds should total about $610. So I also like to use this as a checkpoint as well to make sure, again, that my math was correct up top, which the spreadsheet automatically does this for me. Once I type in all these, it'll show me down here whether I have any overages or if I am short anywhere. But our net income equals $0.00. So we have a perfectly zero-based cash budget, and this is our estimated values for the month of March. So I also had some extra time to get a little fancy with y'all this month, and I created a pie chart for you guys that are visual learners, because I am as well, right? I like to get things out on paper so I can see it. I need to see what I'm thinking, if what I'm thinking about is irrational or not, right? So I created a pie chart that if I did it right, you'll see it on the screen right now somewhere. So income, we don't need the percentage. I don't know why I put that there. Don't ask. So I'm doing the percentage of the debt of where my money is going. So income is obviously the 100%, right? So my recurring debt, this $922, accounts for about 20% of my total income. My debt payments are going to account for 31%. Business expenses are going to be 16%. Cash envelopes are going to be 19%. And my sinking funds are about 14%. So 51, let's see now. 6 plus 4 is 10. 9 plus 1 is another 10. Carry the 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 100%. And there we go. So that is the breakdown of where I'm expecting my money to go. I'm expecting these categories to take up this much of my income. And yeah, it's kind of a lot. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's how I created my budget for the entire month of March. Actually, what I did is I kind of stopped right here once I got done with the business expenses. Then I hopped over to my cash envelope and sinking funds, filled that in, saw where I could put what, where, how much I want to allocate, and then I plugged it in and then continued on. But we're going to get into that right now. But that is the end result of the list view of the budget. You want to start off with your income, get your expenses right. If you want to do a zero-based budget, I like to do it that way. You don't have to. You can say that, oh, you just want to pay your bills that are due and use your money for other things. You'll see what I use my money for, but you don't have to do it this way at all if you don't feel comfortable being a zero-based budgeter just yet. Once you're getting started, I understand, but if you are going to do the zero-based budget, then your income should equal your expenses. You should be left with zero. Every dollar has an assignment. Okay, so now is the time where you can break down your bills and make it specific for this paycheck. So I have my list here. You guys know I hate writing this, but I had to do it. So this is my, what I call my budget breakdown for March, but it's part 1. Since I paid twice a month, this is March part 1. This is everything that I'm getting paid to last me the last through the 14th. So those 2 weeks right there. So we're just going to go down the list. It's a big list, as you can see, and that's why I wanted to condense it on the monthly view. But once you're doing it by paycheck, I think it's fair game. So my total income that I'm expecting for this pay should be about $1,752.82. And I apologize for that verbiage. It shouldn't be about, it is $1,752.82 because that's the way that we're able to do the zero-based budget. So we got $1,752.82. Do you guys need to be zoomed in? I went the wrong way. Maybe so. So let's do this. Automatic savings. I had forgotten about this in the past because it just happened so quickly. As soon as anytime money comes in to my account, $20 is automatically taken out and transferred to savings so that I never see it. But I did remember it this time. So hopefully going forward, that won't be an issue anymore. So we got that $20, which I hadn't allocated for in the past. Rent, this pay period only, $200. And now you'll see that you're able to breathe a little bit, because if you're doing the cut it in half every pay type thing, it won't be as heavy as it was when we were doing the monthly, but we have still more line items because we're paying it in half. So Geico, I'm gonna do $73.59. Car wash, I'm gonna do $6.50. $6.50. Verizon, we're gonna have to do $129 this pay period. Capital One Quicksilver, I'm thinking I can do $109.89. Capital One Platinum, if you guys saw my video from yesterday and read the blog post, someone pointed it out. They're like, wait, you only put $379 toward your Platinum Capital One card, but on the blog post it says that the balance was only $400.68. And I noticed that too, but of course I did the video before I did the blog post and like pulled all of the balances. I thought my balance was way higher for some reason. I was like, okay, I knew it was lower than the Quicksilver, but I thought it was higher than $400, so I could have just put another $21.39, but I didn't. So we're going to take care of it with this first paycheck. And that is another credit card that we have paid off, because American Express, baby boo, is $0 because we paid her off with my last paycheck. So we're currently at a zero balance on 2 credit cards. Yay! We're going to make it. And you can see how small my payments were. I think the most I've ever paid out of one paycheck for the credit card was $135. Like, I haven't been like paying these large sums of money, but I was still able to get out of debt. Even with the American Express, I was only paying $50 a month on that, and now for the first time we're at a zero balance with that. So that's crazy to me. It gives me hope for these other balances that are seeming so astronomical right now. I'm just like looking up at them like, okay, I owe how much? I'm sorry. Excuse me, say what? So yes, we are, but we're on our way. That's super exciting that we were able to pay off. Oh shit. See, I'm talking. But that's super exciting that we were able to pay off 2 credit cards in 2 months. So Navient, that was the entire amount. Navient, paying $35. $1,284, and that's the minimum on my student loan, which is the largest debt that I owe. I'm sure it's that way for a lot of people, or like if you have a mortgage or a kid in college even. It doesn't even have to be your debt, right? It's like, really? Okay, gym membership, $444. Spotify, $750. We have the family plan. Oh, I made another mistake. QVC. Where is it? Yeah, it's down there. $58.79. I'm starting to write the entire amounts. Like, I got used to it. $58.79. Netflix, $5.50. Patreon, $4. Hulu, $6. ViscoCam, $1.08. I think it's 99 cents plus tax. Oh my gosh, what's that called? The iCloud. Oh, I forgot to add that in. That's right, that's what I was saying. Okay, ViscoCam plus iCloud. We're going to put it right there. So it's probably going to be another $1.08, right? Because it's 99 cents plus tax. It's probably the same amount of tax. So let's just do $2.16 there. Typic app is going to be $3.18. Dunkin' app. Where did I put that at? Dunkin'. So this is for obviously my coffee. How much am I putting on Dunkin'? $40. And then Eli Capital One savings. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that I like to do everything up until his savings because, like I explained, this has been such a long video, I have forgotten what I said. So this is where I like to take what I have. The minimum is $20. See what I can finagle so that my total expenses, the change amount, will equal the same change amount that I have up here for the total income so that we're not working with any change. So, but since I just added $1.08 here for iCloud, I have to take out $1.08 from what I was going to give him. So I was going to give him $23.03, but it looks like now we're going to do $21.95. I hope my math is right. $21.95. So I'm going to write that here, $1,007.82. That is what we're left with. And then if we do our income, which is $1,752.82 minus our expenses of $1,007.82, that was the purpose of doing that whole little funky math there so we can get these 82 cents lined up. We are left with $745 doll hairs. And $745 is what we have as the total to divide amongst our cash envelopes and sinking funds. So let's take that $745 and jump over to that list with all of the categories on it. So now we're going to go on to the fun part, which is stuffing our envelopes. So first I want to show you my categories. Now, I already have my online report ready to go for March once I fill that in. But I want to show you my categories that I have. I told you at the beginning that budgeting is very, very personal. So you may have more or less categories than me. Whatever is clever for you, girlfriend or sir, you go ahead and do you. So for cash envelopes, I have up top, sinking funds I have on the bottom. The difference between the two is cash envelopes are things that get you through your day-to-day. Like your stop at the grocery store, your stop to get gas, your stop to pick up snacks for your kids, things like that. Sinking funds are things that you're putting away. You're putting away this money for a rainy day, for expenses that you know are coming up, or are inevitable to come up. Like if you have a car, you know it's inevitable something is going to need fixing on it, right? So you may want to put aside something for maintenance, or if you have to renew your tags, if you live in a state where, you know, they require you to renew your tags and to do that. Or like if you have a kid, he or she, it's inevitable that they'll get sick, that there may be like some fees involved, field trips, gosh, summer activities, like things like that. So this is stuff that you want to put, that you're putting money away for. Either you know the finite amount, like I know I have this $1,000 balance for my cruise due in May. So you have a finite amount that you're working toward. Or you can be like, I know that I need to put money away for medicine for my kids, or that they're going to have this trip coming up, their senior trip or something like that coming up that I need to put money away for. So that's what the sinking funds are for. Cash envelopes get you through your day-to-day. So my cash envelope categories are beauty and hair, childcare, the current, clothing, dining out, gas, groceries, me time, planning and crafting, special events, spending, toys and entertainment. And my sinking fund categories are anniversary, birthdays, childcare for the summer, condo fund, Eli Extra, date night furniture, gifts and Christmas, medical, dental, rainy day, vacation and travel, and memberships. You guys can probably recite these if you've been with me for a while, but I did add in a few, so I had to switch it up on y'all. So down here we have childcare summer and condo fund. So those are the two that I added for this month, and we'll talk about that once we get to it. But we're going to start up here with filling out cash envelope. So what I like to do, or what you should do, is have a list of these. Get your categories out, then have a list. Once you do your fixed expenses that you know you're going to have to pay, and then you jump over to the cash envelopes, jot it down. What do you think you're going to need from the first day that you get paid to the day before the next day that you get paid? Work that out amongst yourself, with you and your spouse, you and your roommates, whoever else is contributing to your budget. Do that. So you'll see in my examples. Let's just go down the line. Oh, beauty and hair, I'm going to put aside $20. Current child care is going to be $100. Clothing, I'm going to do $20. Dining out, $45. Groceries, $60. Don't ask me why I don't have this in the same order on my spreadsheet as I do my paper, or vice versa, because it would make it a whole lot easier. Gas, I'm going to do $50. Me time, I'm going to do $15. Planning and crafting, $0. Special events, $0. Don't have anything coming up. Spending, $25. Toys and entertainment gets $10. Now, there's no right or wrong way to come up with your numbers for this category. It's just whatever you decide on. So I'm just going to keep going, and then we'll actually get to filling the cash envelopes after I finish the sheet and go into detail with each line item. So for anniversary, for my sinking funds, we have $10. Birthdays is $10. Summer childcare is $100. Condo fund is $30. Eli Extra is going to be $10. Date night, $10. Furniture, $20. Gifts and Christmas, $10. Medical, dental, don't need anything. Rainy day savings, I treat the same way as I did with the Eli's savings account for $360. It's if I have anything left over, then I put it here, like any odd, like $4 or something like that. It was like $9 last pay period, and one time it was even $1. I didn't know where to put it, so I just put it there. But unfortunately for this one, we don't have anything extra, and I'll tell you why once we get to it. So savings is 0, vacation and travel is 20, and memberships is 10. So my total sinking funds are $250 for this pay period, and my total cash envelopes are $495. Okay, so now when we add up our cash envelopes, which of $495 plus our sinking funds of $250, we are left with $745, which is perfection. So we can add this total here. Let's just make up a space for it. 250 plus 495, can you guys see that? Is 795. Oh my gosh. I was looking at this 495. You know what? This whiteout is gonna run out just because of these videos and me talking. $745 right here. And if you remember, our net income from our budget breakdown sheet was $745 there. So we take that out of this amount, and what we are left with is $0.00, and we have successfully made a zero-based budget. Yay! We got 2 hand claps in one video. Let's go, girl, go, girl. So that is what it means, and that is how you create a zero-based budget. So then you have this sheet, right? You have everything listed out. Now you make a list, a really small, like, janky list, and you have hundreds, 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s. Go down the list, and then you go down tally. Okay, beauty and hair, however you want to divide it up. But the key is, if you have a lot of categories like I do, if you want to divide it up like any funky way, like 2 10s here instead of just a 20, or 2 50s instead of a solid 100, or any other way, you're going to have to remember how you want those denominations. So I recommend that if you do have a lot of categories, or you can find a way, like, to make a note for yourself, that you just, like, get them straight out. So here we got 120, 100, 120, 45. You need 2 20s and a 5. So you kind of just, like, tally it up like that. I don't know where my actual tally sheet went. Oh, here it is. I do have it. Here's my actual tally sheet that I made when I was doing mine. So I'm going down the list. I need 100 here. I need 100 here, and then I need 100 for the dentist, for Dr. X. So I added that extra 100 there. So I'm just tallying everything up. So then I have learned, when you go to the bank, I wouldn't take them this, because you want to make it clear, because that's when I took this to the bank like this, I had 5s, right? I needed 2 5s. I had 2 hash marks. She thought I needed 11 5s. I was like, no, that's only 2. And so the more thinking that they have to do while they're counting, just take my advice. The bank bitch is going to screw you over. Don't do it. So I like to take mine now like this, and I make it clear and concise so you can't screw it up. But I give it to them. I like go at the end of the day, or like just right before they close on a Saturday afternoon. So they're probably like, oh, this bitch. And they've been there all day, but I just like to have it out like this. So it's the same exact thing. So I needed 300s, 350s, 920s, just like that, all the way down. But I ditch this. I leave this for myself, and I give them this, and then the total right here. Just in case you get confused, here's the total. Like, don't stray from this. So I go to Chase, and I get everything out. I hand them this. So far, I haven't gotten shot when I slide them the banknote. So they don't think that I'm trying to rob them just yet, but we'll see. Jury's still out. Zoom out, and we're gonna have all the cash. This is the fun part. This is the most satisfying part, besides reaching the zero that we long for. This is the most satisfying part, where you can fill your actual envelopes. Now, let's get into it. This is my cash envelope wallet. It is a Filofax. You can see, will it focus on it? It's kind of like blindly, there it is. This is a Filofax. I think it's their Safano leather. I said that last time and I still haven't checked. I think it's their Safano leather. But this wallet is a beast. She's hefty. She is thick. She comes with rings. The reason why I like it is for the rings. Now the rings could be a little bit bigger. They are pretty small, but it's all the configurations of a nice size wallet with rings to add even more functionality to it. That's why I like it. So if you have this one, I have a link down below for it. I also, I forgot to mention in the last video and earlier that I do have an affiliate link now for Amazon. So I was able to get that all set up. So if you want to purchase this wallet, I have a link down below. You can either use that. I do get a small commission from it. If not, it's totally cool. Just search Filofax wallets on Amazon. It'll pop up there. They come in crazy bright colors. That's the only downside. There's no neutral. So, but orange is my favorite color. So I was like, hey, got that. So the reason why I like this is because it is the same length and width for a personal size, as a personal size planner. So if you are a planner girl, then you know what that means. But if not, it is, personal size is 3 3/4 by 7. No. Personal size is 3 3/4 by 6 3/4, and it holds this perfectly. It's the same width. The rings are the perfect distance apart and everything, and it holds in the wallet, and I'm able to still zip this all the way around, even as hefty as she is. So she has pockets on a pocket on the outside, full zipper, card slots over here, both sides, you can see. Then we have the rings, of course, in the middle. If you don't want the rings, cool, I got you. She comes right out. She has commitment issues. She's an independent woman, okay? These pop out. And then you're left with another, oh, and then you got this stretchy pocket over here. She's limber. Then we got this more, yeah, Safano. So here it is right here. Filofax Safano Compact Organizer. Then we got this little stiffer pocket right here. We got a coin slot, okay? All these coins. This is why we don't want to start off with change, because we end up with change. We end up with a lot of change, okay? Then we have another slot for more cards here. As you can see, I have like library cards, medical, dental cards, all that, and I still don't even need this side over here. And we have a pin loop, which is perfect for if you are on the go, or if you're using the rings for something else besides envelopes, then it's perfect. So we can slide this back in because it gives it some structure too as well. Now, what are these envelopes, you may ask? Oh, thank you for asking. These are the envelopes that I sell in my shop, Mama's Got a Budget. It's on MamasGottaBudget.com, or you can search it on Etsy. I have both an Etsy and a Shopify store. So these are my envelopes that I have, and they are labeled with my categories, the same exact categories that were on the budget breakdown and everything like that, like the beauty and hair, the dining out, the toys and entertainment, all that. These are labeled the same exact way. I made these myself. These are a handmade, personalized, customized, made-to-order item in my shop. So if you can think, they come in sets of 5. So if you have 5 categories that you need, or I also sell them individually. So here are my categories and my patterns. These are not a specific set. These are random AF. I was just testing print quality, and I just decided to slap a label because I didn't want to waste the paper and the ink before I decided to sell them. So we have beauty and hair, clothes, dining out, gas, groceries, me time, planning and crafting, special events, spending. This is on our vellum here, toiletries, and toys and entertainment. So those are my cash envelopes, and that's what we are stuffing first. So let's get into it. Beauty and hair is $20. Now I like to use this for my son's haircuts. The price went up. I used to only have to do $15, now I do $20. Yeah, it's 15. Now it's 20. So that's in there, nice and sturdy and secure. You can get them with the rings if you like this configuration. If you want to, you know, budget like me. I've seen a lot of girls purchase this. You can get them with the rings or without the rings if you just have a regular wallet like I'd have here for my summer childcare envelope. These are it without the rings, and this is a new design that's coming. Oh, I have to add this to the shop. Oh my gosh. Okay, it'll be there by the time this video goes up. How about that? So we have beauty and hair for 20. Okay, hold on. My battery's not about to play me because we've made it through this whole video without the cameras cutting off. So let me change the battery over here and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we got the beauty and hair, right? Yeah. And then for childcare currents, I had this envelope off to the side, but I like to have it and it's unpunched so that I can just grab the envelope and run into the daycare when I have to pay. And that is going to be $100 this pay period. And you see I have the $200 that is due. I'm going to pay it on Monday. There's no late fees with her. And I was like, dang, I forgot the envelope. So we got the $100 in there for the next pay period. And this is like the print from set number 18, I think. I'm starting to memorize the sets because I'm printing them so much. So this is from set number 18. It's for my current childcare. And then for clothing, we're doing 20. Elijah is growing like a weed, and he needs some shoes. So that's, if you see this empty next time, that's what happened, because his feet are like, he's gonna be super tall with super big feet. So that's that. Then dining out, we have 45, 20, 45. And this is for me and Elijah when we go and grab something to eat. We've been doing really well with that, actually. I've been cooking stuff that's here or heating up leftovers that my mom makes, and like it's leftover night. So we have that in the dining out. Gas, we're gonna do 50. I was hoping that the winter cold was over, so we have 10 in there still, so now we have 60. I was hoping that the winter cold was over, because remember a couple weeks ago it got down to like -55, the wind chill here in Chicago, but no. There's another one coming in, and next week it's going to be in the single digits again. So it's causing me to use more gas because my car has to work harder to heat up and everything. So I had to up it to 50. I was at 40, then I went to 55, but now I can lower it down to 50 because 55 I've been having some overages, so we can put that $5 somewhere else. Groceries, we're going to, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Groceries, we're going to do 60, so 50, 60. Mama's been coming through with that. So we got that. Me time is going to be 15. And you guys notice that this is way lower than it usually is, right? Because I have decided that I don't want to go to the nail shop anymore to get my nails done. I still need to go and get my toes done because that's too much. I just need to, I don't feel like reaching and grabbing, and I can never cut my toenails the right way anyway, so I'm not doing that. So I'm still going to go there for petties. But as far as manis, like, I'm going to learn how to do them myself. And I actually did these that are on right now myself. So I got a video coming on how I do these at home. I actually vlogged for the first time in public, so you're gonna get to come along with me while I was picking out the supplies and everything I needed for them, but they are just fine. So I don't need to go, and because I kept breaking nails, and I didn't, you guys remember from my last video when I had the band-aid on my nail, because I couldn't go get it fixed because I didn't stuff my envelopes and film it for you guys. It was just a mess. So I'm like, I broke nails for 2 sets in a row where I had to get them fixed. I was like, you know what? You ain't gonna fool me a third time. I'm gonna learn how to do this myself. I've been getting my nails done for long enough. Can't be that hard. I peep game. So that's what we're gonna go for. So that $15 is for petties. Planning and crafting, we had to skip this pay period, but it still has that 20. Yeah, the 20 that's in there. Special events is 0, but I ended up not having to pay when I went to the women's conference. It was actually a conference. I don't know why I said a play. If you guys know who Sarah Jessica Roberts is, she is Pastor T.D. Sarah, did I say Sarah Jessica Roberts? Sarah Jakes Roberts. Yeah, Sarah Jakes Roberts, not Jessica. She's Pastor T.D. Jakes' daughter, and she had a conference. She's like on tour, and she stopped in Chicago, and it was so dope. It was like 4,000 people in the building. She is a pastor as well, and she just had like a good message about like upholding and uplifting women and everything like that. It was super dope. So we ended up not having to pay for parking. I did use a little bit extra gas, but I still didn't go over, so I didn't have to pay for parking. They had food, but the line was so long. I'm like, y'all are not here to eat. Y'all don't have to be ordering all these nachos and slushies and everything like that. Like, grab your Coke and go, sis. So I didn't even want to stand in line for a drink. So everything is here, and I found some free parking, like in this off lot or whatever. We had to walk a block, but it was still fine. It was free. So I have all $50 left in here for special events, so I have to find something to do with it to repurpose it, because I don't want it sitting in here for too long. Spending, we're going to do 25. Right, yep. And this is a clear vellum again. And I keep forgetting about my little poor Target gift card that's just dangling in there. What's that? Toiletries. We got 0, right? Toiletries, we didn't do anything. No. And then spending, no, toys and entertainment is where we did the 10. So that's perfect. And I still have to buy Elijah that game. So when I buy him the game, I don't know if I'm going to pull it out of toys and entertainment or birthdays. Probably birthdays, because it's for his birthday. Yeah, toys and entertainment. Okay, toys and entertainment is more for like movies and like weekend activities, like going to the zoo. And then if he wants like a one-off toy. But since he's going to get like something for his birthday specifically, I'm going to pull it from birthdays. Good talk, guys. Thanks for your help. So that's it. That's it for my cash envelopes here. And that was the $495. And that also includes the childcare. So let's move over to our sinking funds. So you look at this. Like Big Bertha. Sinking funds is different. Sinking funds stays here. We do not take this with us. This is a different storage solution as well. This is the Kate Spade Wellesley. I get questions on that all the time. This is a Kate Spade Wellesley in rose gold. When she was coming out with these, I don't know if they're still doing it as frequently as they used to, or as limited edition as they used to, because she passed away. But this was the limited edition rose gold version, so I don't think that you can find this anywhere in store. Maybe online on eBay or Poshmark or something like that. But they have a lot of colors and a lot of different ones of these. And this also zips fully around, and that's why I like it. So because we're carrying all the money on us in there, I like a secure zipper, and you'll notice when it's gone. So these 2 envelopes I have hanging out here, like I said, summer, childcare, and condo fund. So we'll get to that in just 1 second. Anniversary, I'm going to do 10. And these are the same size envelopes. These are the standard size envelopes when you're looking at them in my shop. These are standard, these are standard size. And it even says in the listing, if you forget, it says standard size fits this. These are the exact ones that I use in my video. It says it on every listing, so please be sure to read the listing if you have a question about that before you reach out, because I don't want to take too long on my part or like miss a notification or something and you're like, hello, what size do you use? You know, something like that. But it's in the listing. I tried to answer as many questions as I could in the listing first, so just be sure to read. But these are standard size. Birthdays, I'm going to do another 10 because it's getting pretty hefty. Let's see how much we got in birthdays. We got, we got 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95. So that's cool. I'm not going to use all that just for Elijah. So Elijah's birthday is in April, and then my boyfriend's birthday is in May, so that was split amongst the boys. And car tags and maintenance. It's inevitable that I'm gonna need maintenance on my car. Like for me, it's always my tires. Something always goes wrong with my tires. I always get a flat. I get a nail stuck in it. I need a new one. It gets recalled. Like all these different things. So I like to put money aside for that. And for car tags and maintenance, I'm going to do 20. And also every year my car tag renewal comes due in November. So, and that's $101 plus the tax at the currency exchange. So like $110. So that's what I'm saving for. Date night. Hey boo. Date night is gonna get 10. Let's see how much we have for date night. 30, 45. He better come with the other 200. I got 45 on it, bae. I got 45 on it. Eli Extra. This is what I use for his things that come up, like field trips or little snacks that he may have, or just like one-off things. Summer programs is going to come out of here, so I need to beef this up here pretty soon. Once I have a look at the park district roster for this summer, see what's up. He has taken, in the past, he's taken karate, basketball, swimming, and gymnastics. So he's done those 4 in the past, and he really, really liked swimming, really, really liked gymnastics, really, really liked basketball. Karate, he was kind of like indifferent about, but it was cute to see him in his little gi. I think it's called a gi. It was so cute to see him in this little thing. Look at me. All right, furniture. So you guys know that I live with mi madre, and yeah, this is just for when I do finally move out. That's where it's going. That's what I'm just saving up for, just putting money aside. Gifts and Christmas, we're only going to do 10 this pay period. Let's see. It's there. Medical and dental, we don't need anything because we still have a pretty hefty amount. I do need to go to the store and get like cold medicine. I think he needs like more ibuprofen, you know, little things like that for here and there. Like when he'll come home with a headache, or they'll have like a headbutting contest in class. I'm like, what are you, why? Boys are crazy. So like little things like that. Savings, we didn't get to put anything in this pay period, but we still have a good amount here. Vacation and travel. So if you guys are new, hi, my name is Ryan, and I've never been on an airplane, so I am intentionally saving for my first plane ride as well. So we've had some discussions in the past, like, oh, where do you think I should go? Like, I want to go like far. I want to go to like Aruba or like Greece, like Paris, like someplace far. So if I hate the plane ride, at least I love the experience. Like, I don't want to fly to the ATL and see my cousins. No. I don't want to go down the block. I want to go somewhere far. So let me know where you guys think I should go, because this is literally for my first ever plane ride. And memberships, we have 10. This is basically for Amazon Prime for my portion, which I think we're pretty close, Mom. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I have to pay, and I was telling you guys, I was so swipe happy in the past. We went through all of the Amazon purchases for the last 12 months. I think it was in December. Yeah, so for the entire 2018, we were splitting the bill, my mom, my sister, and me. Then my sister moved out, so she wasn't using it anymore, so whatever, it's just me and my mom. I was responsible for 82% of all of the Amazon purchases from January to December. Like, that's ridiculous. And there was a lot of orders. There was a lot of deliveries, a lot of items on there. And I'm just like, when did I get this? What did I need this for? Where is this? Do I still own this? Like, things like that. So I have to pay for most of the Amazon Prime membership this year. But we're not who we used to be, okay, with Amazon. We're not. She don't know me like that no more. And then YouTube, I think we skipped on because that is in the business expense side. So yeah, that is it for there. And then if we move to our condo fund, how much did I put in condo? condo we put 30. So my new goal is when I move out, I don't want to rent. I want to purchase. So last pay period where I didn't get to film, I told you, I'm still stuffing envelopes. 5 months. So last pay period when I didn't get to film, I'm still stuffing envelopes. I'm still doing my due diligence with my budgeting. I was able to put aside 45. This time I'm able to put aside 30. Now I know this is like a very, very small amount to like an entire condo, but I need to make intentional steps here. So down payments, if they're 20%, they can be like tens of thousands of dollars, but obviously I'm not going to carry like tens of thousands of dollars in this envelope, but it's my starting point. And then childcare for the summer. This is a new category also. I remembered this when I was thinking about the summertime, like putting him in programs and things like that. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going to have to pay not only for the programs, but he has to be somewhere during the day. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So my payments are going to double. Right now, he only goes for half days because they pick him up for me in the afternoons. So that's only $10 a day. Now, if he's going to go all day, essentially from like 8 in the morning to 5:30 in the evening or something, it's going to be $20 instead of $10. So my payments are going to double. So I'm not as affected in those months where I'm trying to, where new expenses may come up. I'm going to start saving now while I'm thinking about it. So my summer childcare, I figure it's going to be about $1,230 if he goes every day for the full day. That's like worst case scenario is that he goes every day for the full day. Best case scenario is like, oh, things here and there, or he'll go with his aunt and uncle, he'll spend the day, or maybe I'll have a day off and he can stay home with me, we'll spend the day together, we'll go do something else. But worst case scenario, he goes every day, it's going to be $1,230. So I need to set aside, that's about $600 more than what I'm paying in total right now. So if for the next, this is me being like all like trying to count every dollar again, if I need about $600 more and I have about 6 pay periods until he's out of school, that's obviously $100 per pay period. So that's where I got my $100 from to put aside for childcare, for summer childcare. And then I don't know where I do know where his envelope went. It's in my purse. Hold on. This is my envelope for, you can't see. This is my envelope for my dentist, for Dr. S. And remember, we're paying him $150. It was in my purse from the last time I paid him. So I'm going to put both of these in my purse so that I know that I still need to make these payments. And then after this video, I'm going to go ahead and hole punch these and put them in there. And if we zoom out, you'll see my mouse. Okay, you'll see that I have no more money left, and we have successfully completed a zero-based cash budget from beginning to end for the entire month of March. I have been filming for so long. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I hope it's not that long. It's late. I hope it's not that long, but some of you guys seem to love long videos, so here you go. So from the top, we have successfully done a high view of what we're getting paid for the month, what we expect to get paid. We've allocated the bills that we know and some amounts that we may be able to tweak a little bit along the way. We've taken that and we've got our net income. From our net income, we broke it down to see where our money is going and what percentage is being paid toward debt here, here, and here. And we have taken that and broken it down on a smaller scale to the per pay period basis, so that we have money allocated for the paycheck. So this paycheck that we just did was for February 28th through March 14th. So we were able to take our income minus our expenses to equal our net income, to allocate that net income toward our cash envelopes and our sinking funds, and we end up with $0 left at the end of the day. I know it's a lot, but I promise you it's I know it's a lot, but I promise you it's not as bad as it seems. Go ahead, get started. No better time to start than now. Start the conversation with your spouse. Start the conversation, with your roommate, with your boyfriend, with yourself on where you want to be financially by your next pay period. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with ordering some cash envelopes? Do you want to start with brain dumping all your bills? Do you want to start with brain dumping all your debt? Do you want to start with small goals that you want to be able to pick up along the way? Do you want to purchase a house? Do you want to cash flow an entire vacation to Hawaii or anything like that? Just start thinking about it now, and you're that much closer, so when you do start, it doesn't seem as daunting and you have some direction on where you want to go. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you are here until the end, you are a real one. Thank you so much. I hope that this helps. Leave any questions that you have in the comment section down below, or just drop a line like, hey, I'm here. So put in the comments skirt if you made it all the way to the end, SKRRT twice if you made it to the end, and then I'll know that you're a real one. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for your support, for your inspiration, for your motivation, for your tips, and for the community that we're building here. I cannot thank you enough for everything that you guys do. All of the likes, the double taps, the supports, the emails, the online orders. None of it would be possible without you. So once again, guys, hit that subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you don't miss my next video. I promise it won't be as long as this one. We're going to get right into it. Thank you so much for everything. Bye.